Hey guys, how you doing? We're back in the shop again. This is going to be part 2 of my Ridgid bandsaw. I guess you could say rebuild or mod or whatever you want to call it. I mean, essentially it's Frankenstein between two different ones. So, but they're both the same model. Just I got them for free from work, so I'm going to make one work. So what we did in part 1 was we replaced the guide blocks, the cool blocks, which was right here, these little things. So we replaced those. Today, what we're going to do is we got to get this belt off, and this rubber wheel that holds your belt on, we're going to be replacing that on the top and the bottom. So guys, hopefully you like this. I mean, it's going to make the bandsaw work so much better, and hopefully when I'm done, we'll be able to resaw up to probably about 5 inches or so, which should be plenty for me. If not, I can always get a 6-inch riser block. But for now, I think that'll work. So let's dig into it. First thing we got to do is I already have my table off because I didn't put it back on since last time, because I'm not using it right now because I'm in the process of making it better. So what we're going to do here is, let's see, where can I sit you? Alright, so first thing we have to do is get the old rubber wheels off, which means I need to get this all kind of cleaned out and take care of that. So you can see over here, one thing I don't have to do as a upgrade is this already has a built-in brush to try and keep these wheels clean. But as you can see, it didn't work that well, and I think it's because of the material that they were cutting. So, let's get to taking the wheels off. So, first thing we have to do is we got to take this guard off. Not that hard, you know. You can do it by hand. No drills, nothing excessive that you need. It's just a little cheap plastic guard, so. And it has a screw with kind of like a washer thing on it. So we'll set that over there. And we'll take this one off. So now that we have it off, you can see that it's just on little posts right there. And the reason for the shape of this is you can see how this goes in, and it kind of, you know, like locks in. It locks in right there, so it's kind of designed to fit that way. So set that off to the side. We'll have to clean this out, but it looks pretty clean for now. So next thing is we have to take off our belt. So in this case, our guide blocks are loose enough. It actually looks like we have a blade guard up here, but I think we can bypass that. And as you can see, I'm putting tension on it to pull the blade out to the front. You can see how it's gradually coming off. There you go. Once it pops off, we just pull it out. So, as you can see, this is definitely the best blade for me to be using. Not really. You see how it has that bend and that kink in it? There's actually a couple of them, so this gets thrown right in the trash. So, first thing we need to do is get this little, see how it has this rubber wheel on here? We're gonna have to pry that off. And you see how the balancer is it's nice and straight for now. So we'll have to see once we get the wheels on and a new blade. Alright, I have the tool I need, which is just a flathead screwdriver. And as you can see, if I take that up there, you see how it kind of rolls around by itself? That tells me this wheel is out of balance, so I'm going to get a lot of vibration from that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the heavy spot, I'm going to let it settle, and that'll be a whole nother video. And then I'll just drill little dimples into this wheel, and what that'll do is it'll take away some of the weight, so it'll be a little bit more concentric. So we're just going to get our screwdriver in here. Once again, hopefully not tearing it up. Kind of hurts when it snaps you like that. And we pull it off. You can see how bad a shape this is in. I mean, I can literally like take chunks of it off of there because it's just so burned up. So that goes over there. Now we have to take a look at our wheel, which in this case looks pretty good. Now I want to see if I want to find our low spot, and that's where it's going to stay. So what I'm going to do is I will be marking this. If I can find my pencil. But since I'm going to drill a hole, that's the low spot. So now over here you can see I got new urethane wheels for this. So I want to make sure there's no dirt there. No dirt up here. There is some buildup, so I have some 1000 grit sandpaper. I'm going to run that over it real quick. Just the easy part. I'm just going until I feel it, smooth under my hand. Making sure that I don't have anything excessive. And we're going to wipe it off. Work shirt. Yeah, that feels a lot better. So now here comes the fun part, trying to put this on here. And as you guys can see, it is the same size as the opening and the same exact size as the wheel. So this is where it gets to be difficult. I've had it sitting out in my workshop for a couple days to try and warm it up a little bit. Let me get them little threads off of there. So this is where we need to use a little bit of persuasion. I don't know how I'm going to do that with this wheel, so there's a hole back there, so maybe I can lock it like that. Let's get a little screwdriver, put that through there. Maybe that'll help lock it in place. There we go. And it is urethane, so I'm just going to stretch it out a little bit. It'll go back to its original size. Now hopefully I can just get my pry bar, hold this with one hand, and gradually work my way around. Doesn't seem that easy though. Yeah, I'm going to hate this process. So this is where it all gets fast forwarded until I get it right. Alright, I'm going to have to call for an assistant. So, we're going to put you down on a box and we're going to see if the assistant will help. No, I need you to just hold your hand right there and hold it in place. Just, yep, that's it.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
That really made a difference, guys.
So you need 3 hands to get this done.
Yeah.
All right.
So then you just need to push it in, get it seated, and that's how it goes on. And as you can see, this whole side up here is basically in on the top and bottom. I just have to go along and work it in so it sits in like the bottom one does, and then we'll be fine. I do also want to mention that I ordered universal ones, so results may vary. There we go. Now it's starting to snap into place now that I have it somewhat straight. And we'll see if the balance changes after I get this put in. Alright, I'm about halfway done. And there we go. Once you get it almost done, it really starts to just like slide into the groove. So right here at the end, I was kind of figuring this was going to be a little bit rougher than the rest. And there we go. You want to make sure that it's sitting firm against the whole back, and because we stretched it a little bit, it should be fine once it settles overnight. So let's see if our balance area is the same. Now those were our 2 marks. Let's put that at the bottom. Okay. And you can see our weight distribution is about the same, so we're going to have to put some of them holes in. So what we're going to do is we are going to duplicate that process from the top on the bottom. And then we'll be back once we get it on. So, see you in, to me, probably be a half hour, but you? As you can see, I have the top one on. There's a little bit of a bubble in it on each one of these for some reason. Like this one's right there. And then down here at the bottom. Oh, well, that one was my fault right there. But you can listen. There's a little bubble right there too. There's nothing under it. It for some reason it's just I think the wheel width is a little bit different, so we'll see what happens. Man, I'll have to get out my micrometers and check it, but this one happens right after the seam, and that one does also. So maybe it's a hair wider, but I'm sure that they're going to wear in fine. So we'll see what happens. You know, next episode, we're going to go ahead and get a blade on here. And, you know, see if it'll run true. So, hopefully you guys like this. Hopefully you guys, you know, learn something. So don't forget, guys, like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget, get in the wood shop, make something. See you next time, guys. Have a nice one.